Welcome back to the channel. Let's spill some tea and sip a little drama.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I am Jay-Z at this point, you gotta lose $1 million to shut her up. If even there's 10% of truth in what she's saying, she's gonna keep making noise till the feds come knocking. So you gotta shut her up. At first, we're like, oh, she crazy. Now people are really, that's why she's on this platform. Think about it's a Diddy situation. If you had been proactive with the Cassie situation, yeah, say Cassie was like, give me 30 million. Remember, Cassie was asking that for months. He said, man, fuck out of here, man. Obviously for the reasons he has. Yo, you married the nigga you cheated on me with, and now y'all broke, you want money from me? Man, both of y'all. But here's the thing. If he paid that 30 million, right? Then, before the lawsuit came, bro, this lawsuit, if you don't think this lawsuit finna cost him like 50 million, you crazy. And again, we're not talking about payouts. We're just talking about defending it. This is $100 million thing for Diddy at this point. So basically, he could have paid 30 to avoid all of this, reputation still intact, still making money. But now he's going to lose 100.
Alright y'all, the internet has been running wild with claims that Jaguar Wright got a $2 million payoff from Jay-Z to keep quiet, but where is the proof? Because after digging through what's publicly available, there is currently no verified evidence that Jay-Z paid Jaguar Wright any money whatsoever. Now here's what we do know. Jay-Z and Beyoncé's attorney, Alex Spiro, publicly pushed back against Jaguar's allegations and called them false. Ad clip. Jaguar Wright discussing Jay-Z allegations. Then there was the Piers Morgan situation. After Jaguar appeared on his show and repeated serious claims about the Carters, Morgan later issued an on-air apology and the allegations were removed from the official interview.
Quest actually make that introduction? How did that go based on what Jim said?
Let's be clear. He can say whatever he wants to say. There's two different things that I could talk about, and I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of it. But what I am going to say is what he was trying to reference was Unplugged. And Amir was his musical director for Unplugged. Amir didn't call me and ask me. Our deceased manager, Richard Nichols, asked me. I didn't want to go. Was that the first time I met him? Absolutely not. But he's not going to be honest about it, so there's no point in me talking about it. That's why I find it funny. I find it funny because he didn't mention nobody else's name but mine. And I understand. Duly noted, sir.
Right. Everyone else
Duly
was subliminal.
noted. Duly noted. Now understand what that means for you. Because the truth is, you ain't been saying my name. You've been calling me a conspiracy theorist. That's how you've been referring to me, as a conspiracy theorist. Yet, I guess you can't call me conspiracy theorist anymore because everything that I said, it ended up coming to be exactly what the fuck I said. Even when people didn't want to believe it. Even when there were people that really didn't want to believe that I was dead on balls accurate about everything that I said. It's cute.
Yeah, right. Wait, did you even take that as a diss? Him mentioning your name there. Yeah, did you even take it as a diss?
Not at all. What I took it as, game on. That's what I took it as. He's ready to say my name. So that means we about to get into some ignorant shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will say this, Jack, he did laugh it off. So, and he still fucks with Quest. So
I mean, does he?
nah.
Because Amir wasn't invited to the dress rehearsal. And then Amir turned around and sat down with Lauren LaRosa and said that he wasn't even sure whether or not the Jigga Man was going to be able to make it. And he was just glad that he could be there, which is funny because he was the first artist that y'all announced for the Roots picnic.
Correct. Jay-Z said himself that he wondered why he didn't have him at the dress rehearsal because he must have knew that bar was coming out, as it seems like everyone else knew, as far as on production,
Exactly.
knew that bar was coming.
So much for a freestyle.
No,
You
it's
ain't know it
interesting.
was even greasier though.
Freestyle itself. People were not expecting Hove to come out and even rap. Yeah, give me your take on the overall freestyle.
The simple fact that he started out with going after Tony Busby, that was funny. I thought that was the funniest of all. You want to call a man that like gets hundreds of millions of dollars in his lawsuits and acquisitions an ambulance chaser. He's an ambulance chaser that has more liquid cash than you, because unlike you, he don't need to go out and get a loan. Unlike you, his business didn't rely on PPP loans to survive the pandemic. You do a lot of talking, sir. But he ain't say nothing about Diddy, though. He ain't say nothing about Diddy. Like, you want to sit up there and talk about, I can't believe I still fuck with you and you the one that introduced me to her. But Diddy's the one that put Tony Busby in your life. Why ain't he get no bars? Matter of fact, you ain't had shit to say about Diddy at all. Alex Spiro said something about you and Diddy, but you haven't had anything to say about Diddy. You haven't denounced his behavior. You haven't denounced and said that you're appalled by the things that you've seen and witnessed, and you can't believe you did business with that man. You haven't bothered to say that you care about what happened to the victims, or that you stand with the victims, you and your wife, and y'all offer prayers and support in any way possible, because you can't believe all the stuff. Like, that would have been the right thing to do. But when he went and took the time to mock the little boy and do all of that.
Yeah, he went at Kanye for speaking about his kids.
Yeah, and then he turned around and did the exact same. How was Mega your op?
A rapper can't beat my eye. I got MAGA Republicans.
That was another thing that really bothered me, that really pissed me off in that freestyle, when he was talking about how MAGA is his ops. How?
Yes, them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them.
I think that's what everyone's forgetting. You're watching a man that is ducking his involvement in some very nefarious and nasty things. And I'm sorry, if he was so innocent, why wouldn't he go? Just get it over with. Be transparent. You don't have a problem with going down to Washington to get pardons for your CEOs.
One person that did cooperate with the police who got pardoned was the head of Rock Nation, Desiree Perez.
It's MAGA that cleaned up the appearance of your CEO and her husband. Desiree Perez and Juan Perez, they got their pardons from President Trump, not from Biden, not from Kamala. How is MAGA your op?
I'm gonna say this: y'all call Jaguar Wright crazy, but it's as time progresses, she looks more and more right. Looks more and more right. Now, if you know anything, Jaguar Wright has been calling out Jay-Z for a lot of the hypocritical things that he's been doing, how he's been blocking people, becoming a gatekeeper in the music industry, and all these different things, right? She called him so many different things, right? Looks like it may be the truth. And I'm saying might be, right? Because we don't truly know. But based on how things are playing out, Jaguar Wright has called out a lot of things, and it looks to be she's right after right after right. And this Jaguar Wright situation reminds me of the story Lie and the Truth, right? How both Lie and the Truth both went swimming on a hot summer day, right? And so the Lie watches the Truth take a dive in the pool first. And then as he submerges himself into the pool, the Lie runs off with the Truth's clothes. And he's just running. And the people looking like, that looked like the Truth. And then once Truth realizes that Lie has stolen his clothes, he goes running after Lie, naked and all. And people like, whoa, wait a minute. That looked like the naked Truth. And the whole moral of the point of what I'm saying is that the reality is that sometimes the raw truth does not look appealing. It's not. It's rigid. It's ugly. It's unformed. It just doesn't look appealing. But more and more time, as I get older, I realize that the truth, people that tell the truth, have already been perceived as liars. So when you hear the truth, how they said all these things about Michael Jackson, how they said all these things about this person, right? They had us believing that I don't know if y'all remember at the point of time when Martin Lawrence was going through his thing, how they deemed that he was crazy, how they tried to make us believe that Dave Chappelle was a crackhead. All I'm saying is that when it comes to media,
You can paint a picture any type of way, and with enough influence, you can deem a lie as the truth. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I've been wondering why has Jaguar Wright been so quiet for like the last year or some change, because she was talking, she was saying the most, she had some of the craziest stories to say about Diddy, Jay-Z, and a whole lot of people in the industry, right? And now with Jay-Z just finally, just conveying that he don't agree with Jaguar Wright in that freestyle, it just made me look up what the hell is Jaguar Wright at? Well, come to find out, Jaguar Wright is having some legal issues. She started a GoFundMe. She needed 16K for her legal defenses and everything like that. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Jaguar Wright has said a lot of wild things for years, especially like 2022, 23, 24. And I'm gonna give you a conspiracy theory. I'm gonna give y'all a conspiracy theory. She was saying this a lot around the time Trump was running for president again. So, was it some of that in there? Was it, what I'm saying? Was she being paid to say some of the things she was saying? Who knows? But now it makes sense why she's just been out of the public eye as of lately, not making up these crazy stories. And but I do kind of expect her to make a grand, return in 2027 around election year and just start saying crazy things to be a big distraction. But it makes sense now after the Jay-Z diss. It makes sense. Jaguar Wright has been facing legal issues for the things she was saying.
That Roots picnic move only fueled their ongoing feud and had social media talking all over again. Many believe the $2 million rumor started with blogs, commentary channels, and social media speculation that eventually got repeated so many times people began treating it as fact. But repeating a claim doesn't make it true. As of right now, the Payoff story remains exactly that, a rumor. So what do y'all think? Was Jaguar Wright paid behind the scenes, or is this another internet story that grew legs without receipts? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
That Jaguar, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, voice is incredible, right? Yeah, she's just she's going through so many different songs with me. Like that's not the same person. You know what I'm saying? All those songs are different people at different times, and she's keeping up with all the different voices and sounding beautiful on each one. So, doing a great job.
Lazy Bone at the Roots picnic. I ain't no Lazy Bones at the. It's Hove. Hove, when you're 60 years old, you don't supposed to start off with a new look. You're not a new rapper. You about to be like, what are you doing? What are you? I'm confused. Freeway, he didn't call you when your son died, but you think he love you? Come on, bro. He don't love nobody, bro. He don't even love Jazzo, who he named after. Like, he want attention, a GQ interview, and he want to be seen because he's losing that limelight. You know what I'm saying? He is a bona fide attention seeker. Like Benny Siegel, you could jump around on stage with him and all that, right? Did he invite you to the brunch? He left you on prison beans, then he left you on a food truck. This boy could say, he could say, blah, blah, and change your life. He's gonna get on a plane somewhere and fly back to wherever he came from. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be back on that hot food truck moving fajitas. I know Drake get on this game. He's jealous of Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because Hove, you 69,000 years old. Was Hove hair dreadlocks a weave? Because if that was a weave, I'm going to the studio tomorrow. I got to talk about this. Ain't no way nobody with a weave on gonna be dissing me.